Hey everyone, AmberFrmThVault here. Welcome to CyberPunk 2077. And you may be asking yourself, why are we playing CyberPunk 2077 in January 2021 when it came out in 2020? Especially since some of you may know I've had the copy since launch. It was actually donated to the channel by an anonymous person. Thank you so much for that, anonymous. Here's the deal. I tried playing it. I couldn't pick up a bunch of stuff, and it was really frustrating me because I couldn't pick up things that I thought might be important. Anything on the ground, I was screwed. I couldn't pick it up. It had to be at least waist high or higher or something like that. And it was ridiculous. It was driving me nuts. So I decided not to play. Came to late January. I started playing again because I thought, well, the patch is never coming. I put about 4 hours into the game, which trust me is nothing. It's nothing. But I put about 4 hours into the game and I thought, I'm going to be able to do this. It'll be fine. We'll just play it and I'll cry, but I'll play it. So it'll be fine. The problem is I started playing it, and then I got 4 hours into the footage. I realized that the footage was glitched. So there's no sound in any of the footage. All you can hear is me talking, which is absolutely horrible. And then beyond that, today I got a patch installed. Just as I went to play the game. Just as I went to go play the game again. So here's the deal. We're starting CyberPunk 2077 over again, which means I do need to build myself a character. Gonna take me a while. I did have to put the sensor on, the nudity sensor, which, I know no one's really pleased with that, but hey, gotta do what you gotta do. This is YouTube. It's not gonna be happy with me if I don't have a nudity sensor on. So I'm gonna go ahead and just make the character. I'll skip ahead so you guys don't have to watch all of that. I'll make the character, I'll do all the stuff, I'll get us into the game. I can't give you my very first impressions, which is what I typically like to do, and you may know that if you've watched the channel before. I can't give you my very first impressions, but what I can do is I can tell you how I felt throughout this. I'm gonna be so happy now if I can pick things up, and I'm gonna be honest, that's all I'm looking for at this point. I just want to be able to pick things up. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and create the character. Now, I have to say this character creator is extremely limited in comparison to other games. Like, Fallout is such an older game and yet has an amazing character creator, and this is just crap. I mean, outside of photo mode, your character really doesn't matter, but it's just so frustrating because if you're like me and you really like to make your character like feel like you when you're playing, just because you're used to having games where things feel like you, it's frustrating. It's frustrating to go through the game and to not have that option to make a character look like you. Even the hair colors and stuff, it's so frustrating to me because you can't change it once you're in game. You can never change the way you look. All right, ladies and gents, so here is my version of V. Now we do have that censoring on, remember, so don't have to set any other bits or bobs. Reason we have that on is because YouTube decided that they're not, cool with boobs being seen, despite the fact that, most children ate out of them at some point in their life. So what I did is I went ahead with, I guess I should show you guys this. I went ahead with 5 on the cool points. Everything starts at 3, and that's the minimum. I went with 5 because I like to do things that are stealth-based more. I also went with 5 on intelligence just because I tend to like things that are a little bit more, like maybe I want to do hacks or something like that. I don't want to necessarily go and melee everybody up. So this is kind of what we're doing. We did do Nomad because that's the one that I've done so far. That's just the background that I guess I've played so far. So I was interested in doing that one again just because I already know it and you guys didn't get to see it. But there are other people who have definitely done. I know Eurogamer with Corpo. They did the Corpo one, Eurogamer did, and then Outside Extra did Street Kid. So I know that there are at least 2 videos there that are fantastic, way better quality than I'm ever going to make, and with way better people. Eurogamer's is Zoe, and then Ellen is the Street Kid. So way better than I would ever do anyway, so you probably want to go watch those anyway. Alright, so here we are. They never have a hair color I like, but I didn't really have a choice, I guess. I ran out of colors for hair colors. Or I ran out of options for hair color.
There was nothing serious when I came in. You said you were sure.
Typically, in a game, I try my best to give the character just a light appearance like mine. The problem with this game, and I'm sure that anyone who's played it has noticed this, it's shit when it comes to customizations. It's awful. I have to say that I'm very upset actually about the amount of money this game costs and the fact that it's new. It came out in 2020, and yet Fallout 4 had more customizations, and that thing came out at the time that I was getting a divorce. So that was like a long ass time ago. I haven't been married for a hot minute, so I don't even know why we don't have like the ability to pick more for our customization. And even at that, if you want to read, go ahead and pause. Sorry guys, I just assume you all know that, but I shouldn't do that. What gets me about it is like we were offered so much, like so much was told that we were going to be able to do. And I do want to address one thing. I want to address the controversy behind it, because originally it was like really going to be this LGBTQ friendly game. We were going to have options for non-binary characters, and you know, that would be fantastic for trans characters. And then it ended up not having that many options because everything was so gendered in the game. You know, they're still going to use he or she as your pronouns instead of doing like what Far Cry 5 did poorly. I'm not saying Far Cry 5 did a good job of it, because they absolutely did not, but using M or they instead of you calling you he or she. But you could tell that they meant to say he. It was just the way everything was worded. It was so weird. The female protagonist really felt shoehorned in there. But for this one specifically, we were told that we were going to get all these really cool options, and it made me feel great because, you know, I have someone in my life who's very, very close to me who is non-binary, and I thought, fantastic, that's going to be really cool, the representation there. And I admit that I did not know about this until I actually already owned the game. Someone told me, hey, did you know about this? And I was like, I didn't know. So I do want to address that just to say, like, that fucking sucks. Like, I'm not okay with the fact that that happened. But then to get the game and to have, like, almost zero customization options, it's just like, wow, you didn't just scale it back. You scaled it back. And again, I know I've made this complaint before. People were complaining about the game coming out. They wanted it to come out right away, and it didn't, you know?
That's fine. Step aside.
What? Got any idea what to do?
I think she said what she was gonna do. So it's like even this is glitched. Watch this. Like you're plugging into one versus the other.
Did anyone ask your opinion?
Ugh. Okay. So there's so many things like that are still glitched, obviously, because that still was glitched, and I'm gonna guess that if they didn't fix that, there's probably other things that are still glitched. But that's okay.
Not shabby at all. Question's how long it'll last you.
Shut
It'll
up.
get me to Night City. I'll figure something else out there.
So anyway, the whole point was just
I'm looking for someone. Jackie Wells. Maybe, maybe.
It's
So
more so
doable?
the fact
Sure
that
was.
you know they didn't not only not give us
Not a solid fix. Might as well
spit
use
duct
spit
tape.
and duct tape.
They not only didn't
That's
give
what
us,
matters.
you know, all of the things that they said they were going to do, but then beyond that, even what they did give us was still like kind of weird and shitty. So
Antenna on this heap don't
just a
seem like a
surprise.
pack a punch. Not liable to hear much.
You don't say.
Okay, I'm gonna shut up so you can actually hear the sheriff.
Hey, Mike. Didn't know you had a customer.
Rolled in a few hours past. I thought she'd at least called in to you.
Don't you sweat it, Mike. We're gonna hash it out.
Don't you know you owe the sheriff a word when you pay his town a visit? To tell him what's brought you here. Maybe even over a cup of coffee.
No need to worry, I won't be staying long.
Didn't answer my question now, did you? Name's Andrew Jones. Probably heard of me.
I can't say that I have.
Served in Spec Ops during the last war. Silver Shoguns? Ring any bells?
I can't say that it does.
Don't like to get along, do you?
Submerge yourself in orange wholesomeness.
That a nomad vehicle? Might have expected that.
I'll just fix it up and go. I've no reason to linger.
Nope, you sure shit don't. Nothing boils my blood like a fucking stray. Where'd your clan pitch camp?
Are you one of those who believe everything the talking heads say? That nomads are the world's greatest evil?
No. I'm a man that respects order. Corpse brought us that order, and I intend for it to stay that
The
way.
corpse pay you and have you on a leash like a dog, you know that?
Mm-hmm. But you don't want to see me bare my fangs. So I'll ask again. Where's your clan?
There's no clan. There's no camp. I'm here alone.
Ain't buying it. Nomads always stick to their packs.
My family's in pieces. That's why I'm headed for Night City.
Makes you an outcast among outcasts.
Sure as hell hope you'll be on your way before long.
I heard this place was famous for its hospitality. Glad to see it wasn't just rumors.
You're damn right we are. When people come along who know how to behave.
I saw a
Blah, blah, blah.
broadcasting comms tower on my way in. My antenna's down and I need to radio someone.
What you need's to hightail it out of here without another word. Ain't got no mind to see you drifting around these parts. Got it?
You like the sound of your voice, don't you?
What's that, Drifter? What are you on about?
Nothing. Nothing at all.
Best out.
Okay, so here's the deal. We are gonna leave. As I drive right into things. We're gonna leave. But first, because all games are like this, we have to get out of the car and I have to go loot everything because looting is important. I swear to God, it's not that. I wasn't driving that bad before. I don't know what's going on. I did change all of the, right? I changed all the, hold on. I changed all the settings, right? I did turn off the motion blur too, just because it's, oh God, it's so bad. Yeah, I turned it down. It's on 7, so it shouldn't be that bad, which means, yes, the motion blur is down as well. Oh, man. So there is stuff to loot around this area, so maybe don't run away too fast, just because there's a lot of stuff to loot. But there's especially a lot of backstory, so if you're somebody who wants to, like, know the lore of the game or anything like that, you can go ahead and read all of those. I like to do that, personally. I just find it interesting. I don't know. Maybe I'm the only one. But I did, last time I managed to get on top of the building and stuff, because I just wanted to see if there was anything up there. There's nothing up there, so I won't do that this time. I'm just looking for stuff, because I just want to make sure that I have stuff to loot when I get back in. You need money in the city, and I know, shocker to everyone, you need money in the city? But you start with, like, nothing, and this is where you start collecting shit that you can sell later on. Also, this will tell us how much this patch has really fixed things, so we'll have to see. Let's go ahead and grab whatever this is. Ah! Nope, don't want to talk to you.
That you good.
This is one problem I have with this game. Every time I go to pick something up that's near a person, I end up talking to the person instead of picking it up. And it's not that I don't want to talk to people. It's great. I'm glad that he thinks it's important that I'm good. But that's not what I was here for. I really just wanted to come pick stuff up. And I thought, I could have sworn there was something over here I could pick up. But maybe I am on drugs. I did play it on normal, and trust me when I say that I ached over whether I was going to play it on normal or not. I really couldn't decide. Usually I like to play games on hard, just because I find that they're actually hard then. In this case, though, I felt like if I played it on hard that it might be a little too hard. Half of your pants are missing. Is that on purpose? Okay, yes. I just want to make sure that wasn't a glitch. So sometimes the NPCs are not the same. Like if I saved it right now and reloaded, some of the NPCs would be the same and some wouldn't. So sometimes there's outfits I haven't seen yet. But anyway, so I wanted to like pick up all the stuff and do that. And I also want to show you guys like the lore stuff if you're interested in it. Remember, just pause. This is so weird to see my name written. I don't like it. Here, I don't know if other people feel that way. Like if your name's, I think, if your name's like Brittany or Bob, you know, you're used to seeing your name. Amber's not that common. And I would have thought that it would have been way more common than it is, because it was like an 80s name, but there were more Amandas. Like everyone, screws up my name right after I meet him. They're always like, and Amanda, I mean Amber, drives me nuts because my name is not Amanda, but that's okay. I accept that my name is not what people's names normally is. But that said, I always thought I'd run into so many more Ambers, and I don't. So when I do see my name somewhere, it's really creepy.
Jump in, thrash, bam, bam, and guard up.
Bam, bam.
Feint, dodge.
Oh, check out those pants.
Do I know you?
Oh, my dog heard something. Sorry about that. Sometimes when my dog hears stuff in the... What was that? When my dog hears stuff in the hall, or if he just feels a little sad, he'll start barking at me. And I've been trying to get him to stop, but... Oh, great, this one. That's right. This is hard to get to. Here we go. It's hard to get to that one. All right, so we should know these ornithology words. First one is Kiji, which is green pheasant. Hato is dove, and we know that from Hatoful Boyfriend. I cannot believe that's still a game. And Taka, hawk. Okay, so we don't have to bend down anymore. I did turn off the motion blur, so I hope that that helps anyone who doesn't like motion blur. I personally don't love it, but I know that some people it makes them really, really dizzy. And I try really hard not to... Whoa, you looked crazy for a second.
Fuck it. Nothing even matters.
Oh, don't feel that way, bro. Hi, thanks for making beautiful music. Oh, I kind of liked his little ditty. Okay. So we keep going. Okay, there's so much in this area because they're like getting you used to the game and giving you things to read. If you're just coming here and this is the first time you've ever seen me play a game, usually what I do is later on I go back and read those. That's why I always tell you guys to pause it. That's what I do when I go back and actually cut the videos. I pause things and I read them. And sometimes that's a problem because I needed to read the item in order to figure out what we were doing in the game. But usually you can kind of tell. You can kind of tell if there's one that you need to read or not. That flag is... Huh. Sorry, I have a thing with flags. I like to rate flags. Some people's flags are not good. That's kind of a nice one though. It's kind of cool. All right, South California. All right. Eventually we'll get to the border. Last time I drove to the border just for fun, and it was such a waste of time because you can't do anything. But I did go over that way, and that was really fun. I actually really enjoyed just driving a random way and seeing what there was. I really like just walking around. And if you've never watched...
Don't serve your kind around here, vagabunda.
Yes, you do. Hush up. You just gave me stuff, so get over it. Alright, so one thing I should say is if you've never watched me play one of these either... Oh, I want this truck. If you've never watched me play one either, you might not know just how much of a looter I am. I will not leave an area until I've checked everything out to make sure that it's been looted. This is a personal problem. I recognize that, and I apologize. But, you know, it helps me.
They know where it came from?
Drugs, I heard.
Later in the game, it helps me. Oh, speaking of seizures, that reminds me. I will definitely drop it in at the very beginning. There is a seizure warning on this game, so if you are watching it and you are someone who is epileptic or has photosensitive triggers for anything else, I know I have migraines and mine are photosensitive as well. Anything like that, just be aware that this game definitely is known for giving people seizures. I don't know if they've removed that, but I know that I didn't have the option to like say, hey, I'm someone who has, you know, this issue or anything like that. So since I didn't see that option, I'm going to be a little, ooh, do you hate your meat? Ugh. Can't go in any of these. It's so sad. One thing we can go into that we haven't yet is the office over there, and we will go in there quick. Penguins of Evil. Now, wait a minute. I know I'm missing at least one alley little area because it's got children in it that are punks. Ah, here we go. Punk children. You guys have something in here? What's really funny about this is The children are just adults that have been sized down, which is hilarious. They're not even like, you know, their own like style. They literally look like adults that are just made mini. It's really funny. I love the weirdness in this game. I thought there was something in that area, but maybe I was wrong. I gotta start moving a little slower. I'm sorry. I'm gonna give somebody I'm gonna make somebody sick. If my voice didn't already. Boom! Self-burn. Those are rare. Okay. I think we are almost completed. I don't know if there's much more to explore. Okay, over here. I was gonna say, I don't think there's much more. Like, this is a different lady. That's always the same dude, but that's been a different lady multiple times. Or at least she's been wearing different colors. Because I remember the first time I walked over and I went, ooh, I would have liked... I like her shirt. And this time I'm like, ew, who wants cream? Why did the nomads organize themselves? Well, why not unite millions of people roaming around the country? So this is what we used to be. We used to be a nomad. We are no longer. We are now on our own. All of our people are supposedly dead, if you believe what she said. Oh, I should have probably moved that down. I don't know why I didn't. Okay, get it now? If you want more specifics, just grow a pair and talk to a real nomad. Hi. Hey.
Hey, what's up?
I want to give one last complaint about the game before I start calming down and stop complaining. I wish all of these buildings were accessible. Now, I know that would be a lot of interiors to script, and they didn't have time, and obviously they didn't have a lot when it came to this game. But it would be so cool to be able to go inside like all the trailers and loot them, and maybe actually, I don't know, piss someone in town off. Oh, I forgot to go ahead and go into the office. We got to go in there. It would have been really cool to do that. I would have actually enjoyed that, to be able to go inside and actually do something. So that would have been cool. Like, this is the only interior that we can really go into, and that sucks. Like, I want more interiors. The same thing in the city. There's like no interiors you can go into, and it really sucks. I don't like it. I'm not even trying to be like, I know that obviously they had a lot of issues with the game, and it's not like I don't recognize that it's an issue, you know, and many other things are issues, but it would be really nice if we could actually just, like, I don't know, you know, go into the buildings, even if they're identical, like, you know, even if they're identical like GTA, at least you would have the option to, like, see it, you know what I mean? And I think that's cool. Like, I would like the option to at least pretend I'm going into buildings, you know? I don't know. I think it would just be really cool. Whee! Okay, it's gonna take me a while to get used to driving again. I've been walking around the city for so long. Okay, we're gonna go here first, and this is the big test of whether or not some of the glitches have been fixed. I'm assuming some have been, but can I pick up shit off the ground? That's a question. We've picked up a few things now, but there's one thing over here that I am so frustrated about not being able to pick up. It's up here, and it's a vinyl record. And no, it's still stuck. They still haven't given me my record. The thing is, I don't need the record. It's not a collectible. That's what we learned. It's not a collectible, but I could sell it. It's worth money, and that concerns me that they didn't fix other things, which really sucks. Because there's notebook pages spread throughout here, and I haven't been able to read, like, any of them because they've all been stuck. I haven't been able to pick them up. They're, like, stuck on the ground. So that makes me pretty sad. Oh, well. We gotta do what we gotta do. Alright. Let's get out of here then and go over to that radio tower. That'll help us a little bit because we'll know even more about this patch and what it has or has not fixed. Ah! Oh, no, I can't just be normal. Never. Never! I'm so bad at driving in games. There we go. Ah! Oh, it didn't stop me! Oh, man, I thought it was going to stop me. Well, fine. At least it's fun. I wanted it to, like, stop me, though. Oh. Man. Pow! Okay. Now, there's not as much stuff in here, either, as I would hope there would be. There's very little to loot, actually. I'm kind of surprised at how little there is. I can't remember I don't think there was anything back here, but I'm going to check anyway. Okay. You basically got to start climbing the tower. Okay. Here we go. Let's climb the tower. Now is when we will also start knowing. Okay, pretty soon here. It's over there. How do I want to go about this? Aha. Last time I, like, stupidly dropped down, and it was really dumb. I was so stupid when I did this last time. Eventually we'll get up and try to get those cards too, but for now. Okay, you can see things on the ground there. We'll see if they actually let us pick them up, because last time, a lot of these I could not pick up. I still can't read that. And I can't pick that up either. Gosh, that is so frustrating. I still can't pick it up. Huh. So apparently it has something to do with the way the layers are in the game or something. It's just frustrating because I want to be able to, like, read all the lore and stuff, but yeah, there's not going to be any picking that up. Alright, this is still the very beginning though, so maybe if we keep going, like, it'll get better. Maybe we'll eventually be able to pick something up. I don't know. I hope so, just because it's disappointing if, like, we never can pick stuff up. Alright. I guess the important thing is we can interact with the things that we have to interact with, but still.
Hello?
Come in. Come in. Ah, raised you finally.
Willie McCoy. It's good to hear your voice.
Fee. Wish I could say the same.
Why can't you?
You abandoned the clan. I can't help you anymore.
Never knew you to be so cautious.
Try loyal. Rules are rules. The system won't work without him. It can't. Nomads get the work in these parts because it's nomad turf. Wouldn't be a problem if you're still a backer. You should have stuck with them. Joined up with the Snake Nation like the rest.
Snake Nation can kiss my ass. I need your help. One last time.
One last time. Again?
I have to find the client with my payload, but I don't know where he is.
Right place, right time. You were there?
My car gave out. The electric coupling. It's a miracle I made it here. Maybe the client left a message. Could you check for me?
Sure. Last time, though. I mean it. Client's name?
Jackie Wells.
Huh. Actually left a message. He's waiting on a farm. Flicking you the geoloc data.
Thanks, Willie. I owe you one.
You do. Just don't get yourself killed. And don't call again.
My dog doesn't like the idea that she can't call again. It's okay, Fred. She'll make new friends. Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching me play Cyberpunk 2077. If you like this game, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Do all those YouTube things. On the side of your screen, there should be some random games that YouTube thinks you liked and things that maybe I stuck up there. I have no idea what I did. Also, there should be on your screen there a picture of my big dumb head. If you click that, you can subscribe to the channel. Click on the bell icon if you'd like to be notified every time I post a brand new video. And right in the center of the screen, there are some Twitter handles. Those are the Twitter handles for all of my current patrons. So over on Patreon, those are the people who keep this channel going. Without them, I wouldn't have a channel, and I really do appreciate everything they do. So please, please, please go over to Twitter, say hi, tell them how wonderful they are, and say thank you with me if you could. If you'd like to become a patron or you're interested in learning more about my Patreon, go ahead and click on that box in the lower left-hand corner that says something about exclusive videos or exclusive content. That's it, guys. We're going to go ahead and get out of here, and I'll see you guys back in the next one.